Do you hate your job? Have you ever hated a job? How do you survive at that job? Hey everybody, I'm the company's expert, and today we're going to talk about the best way to tolerate a job that you hate. Now, I just want to say right off the hop, if you hate your job, you are not alone. The amount of people that are in that situation right now is staggering. And on top of that, the amount of people that have been in that situation at some point in their lives, well, that's actually the majority of people. So the good news is that you're not dealing with something exotic that nobody understands. I don't think people like talking about it though. So that kind of explains why it's not talked about more than it actually is. But let's return to the question. How do you tolerate a job that you hate? Well, the answer that keeps coming back to me after many, many years is to disengage. That means you don't care. That means that when you go to work, you say to yourself, you know what? I'm here for 8 hours or however long you work every day. And whatever my boss asks me to do, as long as it's legal, I'll do whatever idiotic thing they dream up for me next. Sure, they want me to dig holes, fill them back in. That's fine. I'm only here for the money. And you stop caring. Because if you did care, if you cared about things like efficiency or fulfilling your potential or making an impact or doing some good or making a difference, if you cared about that stuff, your head would literally and figuratively explode. Now, I just want to put a disclaimer on this that if you're talking about a situation where you're developing clinical mental health issues, okay, I'm not advocating that you stay at a job and tolerate a job that's going to that extreme. Okay, if that's the situation, you need to get proper help and deal with it professionally. Okay, but for the rest of us, okay, this is a big issue. Now, personal story alert, the first couple of career jobs I had back in my 20s, I found extremely stressful. And it took me many years to get on this journey where I finally got to the place where I realized that this work environment, this toxic work environment with a bunch of incompetent people that don't know how to communicate, don't know how to collaborate, they couldn't manage anything, let alone this, and we're doing a terrible job. Okay, this is not my responsibility. I'm not in charge here. These other people are in charge, and this is their vision. And they're not asking my opinion, and they wouldn't listen to me even if I gave my opinion. But this situation, this is their vision. This is the way they want it run. And it's not my responsibility. So I really don't care. And as bad as it is to admit, once I got to that place, it actually made the whole situation a little bit easier. Now, eventually I left, but I was able to at least sustain it for somewhat just by disengaging like that. Now, my question for you today on this reverse Q&A where I get to ask you a question is, number one, do you hate your job? And number two, how do you tolerate your job? Do you disengage, or is there some other mechanism that you've used to make it at least somewhat sustainable? Let me know in the comments. If you do, you're awesome. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, hit the bell, join my channel for extra long videos. There's so much stuff you got to do nowadays. It's getting hard to keep track. Anyway, thank you for your attention. Chin up, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.